basketball fan base. Her fan base actually watches basketball games, which is why her ratings and viewership reflect that. Take a look at this. For the second consecutive week, ESPN delivered its second most watched WNBA game ever. Okay, Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky on ABC averaged 2.6 million viewers, up 79%.
The WNBA front office is officially in panic mode. Millions of fans have delivered a terrifying ultimatum to the league, and Caitlin Clark is preparing for another major showdown with Paige Bueckers. But in the middle of this storm, a shocking update about Kelsey Mitchell could completely change the Indiana Fever's fate. Don't skip a second, because the fans are no longer staying silent. Caitlin Clark has shattered another massive viewership record, drawing 2.6 million viewers for a single cable WNBA game. That's not just another broken record, it's a takeover of the sports world. These aren't simply casual WNBA viewers. They are Caitlin Clark fans who believe she deserves better treatment. Fans are watching the referees, the media, and opposing players closely. They see the physical play against Caitlin, the questionable foul calls, and Sophie Cunningham stepping up to protect her teammate. Their message is clear: respect Caitlin and the players who have her back, or risk losing those viewers.
We're about to have a blast. You're in for a doozy. The last stream, we had a fantastic time in a game that we didn't even think would come down to the wire. So hey, you never know what's gonna happen. The chat is a bunch of fun. We get people on for halftime. We're gonna have an absolute ball. Make sure you join me for the live stream today. Now, in other news, the Indiana Fever and the Dallas Wings have some huge concerns at this point before we even get into the game breakdown and the keys for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. We have to take a look at this report that the Indiana Fever put out. It says Caitlin Clark probable with a back. Obviously, we know Dantas is out, but Kelsey Mitchell here probable with an illness. So it's likely that she may play, but we don't know. We don't know. We know how this team is when it comes to injuries. They are very cautious, or just really not transparent about much. The Kelsey Mitchell thing was scary. Now, they said there was no air conditioning in Toronto in that gym. How do you have 19,000 people in a building with no AC? Is nuts, in my opinion. But so they said, it was some overheating that.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is preparing for another battle on the hardwood, with Paige Bueckers standing on the other side. The media has spent months building a rivalry between the two, pushing the idea that Paige is on Caitlin's level and could become the next face of women's basketball. But Caitlin has something to prove. Expect logo threes, incredible passes, and the kind of playmaking that can completely change a game. Caitlin wants to remind everyone why she remains one of the biggest stars in basketball. But just when the Fever appeared ready for this matchup at full strength, a major question emerged. Is Kelsey Mitchell actually out? Reports and speculation are swirling around her status, and if she misses this game, everything changes. Without Mitchell's veteran leadership, speed, and perimeter shooting, opposing defenses can focus even more attention on Caitlin. They could double-team her, trap her, and make every possession a battle.
And we gonna get into majority of it. This was just released 30 seconds ago from Yahoo Sports. This is what he summed it up. He said, "I'm not going to comment on that because I don't think it's fair to Caitlin Clark or Kathy either. That's not the real issue." Adam Silver reported that he that he enforced a suspension. Now, on a panel at CNBC board game playing event Thursday, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver did not minus words when asked about the now infamous play between Caitlin Clark and Alyssa Thomas. Now, he also spoke about LeBron James, but what stood out more than anything is Adam Silver. Now, this is what he said verbatim. Now, it's been reported that the report says that effectively the WNBA was not necessarily going to penalize Alyssa Thomas, but that you stepped in and said that it had to happen. Adam Silver said this is what he said. This is his words, not mine. He stated, "Let me give you a serious answer to that question. I don't think that's the ultimate issue around Caitlin Clark, or not largely about officiating. And that particular incident is not about whether a foul should have been called at the time of the game or whether that was ultimately a flagrant or a non-review. That's what he stated. But he did not, I repeat, Adam Silver did not backtrack. Adam Silver let us know verbatim. Let me blow this up all the way for y'all. Verbatim that he did not deny that he forced that suspension. Then he goes on to say this in the second paragraph. He said, I come to know Caitlin Clark really well. She's an incredible player and also an incredible person.
This means Caitlin could be forced to carry an even greater load while relying on her own talent and Sophie Cunningham's physical presence. If Kelsey Mitchell is truly unavailable, this matchup becomes a major survival test for the Indiana Fever. But if there's one thing we know about Caitlin Clark, it's that she thrives under pressure. With millions of fans watching her every move, Caitlin has another opportunity to prove why she remains one of the biggest names in basketball. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the WNBA risks losing viewers if Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham aren't properly protected? Will Caitlin outperform Paige Bueckers on national television? And how concerned should Fever fans be if Kelsey Mitchell is actually out? Drop your opinions in the comments. For more raw WNBA updates and the stories mainstream sports media won't cover, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next one.